And I believe we're live. Should be. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. This
Salutations.
is Shadowrun New Atlantis from Welcome to the Party. We will be playing 4th edition tonight. That's what we normally do. And just like always, this is a drop-in, drop-out game where people aren't required to have a, 3-year commitment to a game every week or anything. You can just show up. So if you're interested in joining the game, check out the Discord link below, and you can jump in the Discord and message me at Shogun or the Mimic King or Mimic Shogun, whatever I am down there, and then chat with me, and you can be a player as well for as long as you want or as little as you want. All right. Why don't we all introduce who you are and the name of your character and their race, and then we'll jump into the game and do more formal introductions once we're in there. Let's start with Knuckles or Monk.
Well, you've introduced me both ways.
I did.
Psychotic Monk, and I'm Knuckles. And the only thing he didn't tell the rest of you was I'm a troll. Next.
Dirty.
Hey, yeah, I'm Nerdy Teddy Bear, and I am playing Star. I'm an elf.
Wonderful. And Silver.
Hi, I'm Silverstorm, and I'm playing Valkyrie, a elf sniper.
Thank you. And Gemma.
Hi, I'm Gemma, PJ Gliding on the Twitters, and I am playing a mysterious new character named Janess.
Awesome. Human, correct?
Human.
Wonderful.
Yep, human character, middle-aged, well, sorry, sort of 40s-ish, but indeterminate age.
Yeah.
Female human.
All right, then let's jump in. So I'm going to say, because it was so long ago that we last played, I'm going to say, unless you object, that Knuckles, Star, and Valkyrie are at the Loft, the place that has been offered to you by the Italian Mafia to stay there as long as you don't interfere with their business. Is that all good? All right.
Sounds good.
Wonderful.
Sounds good.
So, Janess, you have been through one last friend, one last favor. You've been given contact information to be able to get to this loft. That you've been told that this is a safe place that you can go to, where runners usually hide, and it can at least be a starting point to figure out where you're going from here.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, I guess I'd better check this place out then, huh?
So, the area that you're in the city is known as the Undercommon. It is the bottom layer of this massive metal island. A artificial island constructed, I'm doing a recap because it's been so long, that is basically 2 giant metal discs. One near the ocean, and then one elevated a bit higher on these giant metal pillars. The higher one is known as the Common, and that is where most people live and most of the official legal businesses operate. Down below, the lower plate, where all or most of the criminals live, is referred to as the Undercommon. And there is no law here other than the law of organized crime. So you're just walking through this kind of neon, kind of crappy neighborhood, but it's got a lot of contrast and disparity, where right next to a really crappy apartment building, there's this like fancy gun shop that looks like its stock is worth, thousands and thousands of new yen. It's just a weird disparity as you walk through. Or
Cool.
drive through. How are you getting around?
I'll be using the old proverbial Shanks pony. But no better way to make your way around town, see the sights, and meet a few people. You never know who you might meet, who might be useful later, right?
All right.
If I see anyone on the street, they'll get a friendly wave
Howdy.
and a nod and a howdy.
And
Where's your cowboy hat?
a lot of people.
I don't have a hat. Sorry.
A lot of people are just a smidge put off by your courtesy. Like they're just like, "What are you talking to me about?" Like,
That's exactly what I want.
and you approach.
If they're put off, they're not looking at me as a victim.
Mhm. And now you approach this concrete or plasticrete building. It's a rectangular building with what appears to be 2 stories. The first story, you don't see any way to get into it, but you see that there's a set of stairs along the outside of this building up to a metal door. And this, according to all the information you have, is the building that you're looking for.
Okay. Well, I've been told to check this place out. No one said watch out for traps or, the monofilament wire that routinely spans the entrance, so I'm just gonna wander straight on through.
As you begin to approach, you would see a man in fairly nice suit, more dress attire than business attire. It looks like he's going around town dressed for an occasion, it would look. Younger human, and meandering and lingering around him appear to be 4 or 5 guards of some kind. They're wearing similar suits, but it's more business attire, and you suspect that their clothing might be armored in some way. And they're not hiding the weapons that they're packing right underneath their clothing. And he waves at you. Hi there.
Hi, how can I help you?
I heard you might
You're
be.
the first friendly face I've seen you so far.
Oh yes, I actually hear that often. This is my place here. I heard you were coming around. I just wanted to welcome you.
Wow, thank you for the invitation. It's nice to have a place where I can, doss down and have a possibly comfortable bed.
Yeah, the space is open to you. You can stay as long as you want. The soy printer is full. The only requirement is that you just got to not cross the Italian mafia while you stay here in the Undercommon. This is our territory, and this
Who would be foolish enough to do something like that?
Couple people.
I'm very glad to hear that you see it that way.
If you happen to know of anyone who does that and they need a brief explanatory talking to, then feel free to call on me.
Wonderful, thank you. I think you'll. Well, I'm not gonna say necessarily fit in super well, but your presence will be appreciated. That is most certain.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Whether they think they need it or not, they need someone with that kind of mentality around here.
Ooh, there's a they. I like it.
Yes, the folks already staying here. Yes.
Oh wow, there's other people staying here. Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
yes.
Well, I do like making new friends.
Anyway, here, and he gives you his comm number so you can call him if you need to. That's my number. Let me know if something has gone awry, especially in our territory. But you take care of yourself and have a good day.
Why, thank you. Very nice to meet you, young sir.
Nice to meet you too. And he begins to walk over and heads over to the, looks like, cafe, kind of breakfast cafe that's across the street.
I yell after him, "Is the coffee good?"
It's real. Yes, it is very good.
I'll buy that for $1.
$1, but okay.
That's very good.
You get a sense that she might be a little older than she looks.
So just up the stairs, you find this metal door that looks like it could take a punch, probably. Although it also looks like it has taken a punch recently.
Oh, good.
I sort of just poke into the punched in bit briefly.
Yeah, sorry, my mistake. I didn't mean literally a punch, more like a small explosion, like it's blackened a bit.
Still,
Yeah.
okay, this'll do. That looks secure.
Better than some places I've stayed. And what kind of, before Janess enters, what kind of things would Janess hear on the other side? What's going on the other side?
Well, that depends. Is Valkyrie downstairs?
I would have been upstairs. I would have seen that. I would have noticed the team that someone was coming.
So you've headed
But
down.
I'm still upstairs.
Oh, okay, no. So
Okay, so
Valkyrie has...
in that case, actually, I think it'd be a lot of scrambling considering what recently happened.
Okay. So everyone's still like cleaning up and realizing that they've got a new person coming in. So that's what's going on?
Yeah, I would have told them that she was met by the boss.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good thing, so we don't shoot her.
Yeah.
So what is Slice doing?
If there's any obvious cameras near the door, I'm just going to be sort of, waving at them.
Currently, I don't believe there's any security system set
No.
up. No. Okay.
No.
That's up to
We can
y'all to
That's up
implement
to the
if
landlord.
you want to. Nope, that's up to you. If you want to put those
Well, not my area.
Okay, so Valkyrie come downstairs, informed us that Michael...
No, I called you.
in.
Oh, you called us. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Star is downstairs with me and Slice then.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Janess would hear some like rustling, some activity, and also a TV, a Tritio screen of some kind playing in the background.
Yep.
Cool.
So, and I am sitting over near the refrigerator table, kitchen area. Gun sitting on the table right in front of me with a couple of bottles of beer. So
Yeah.
pretty much so. As soon as the door opened up, hands on the pistol, looking straight at the door.
Star would be frustratedly, like, pacing the room.
So how does Janess open the door, or does she like knock, or what is your plan of entry?
Janess will knock loudly. Not like thump, 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 it's the cops, we're about to break it down. Just an assertive,
Yep.
Hi, coming in. And then open the door.
Yep. You find it unlocked. I can't think of anybody who they said we've locked the door behind us.
No.
Nope.
Never.
No.
So you see before you a troll sitting at the table with a revolver. Is that correct?
That
Yeah,
is
very
correct.
large revolver and several bottles of beer. One partially empty and several empty, I believe.
That's usually the case.
Yeah, that's usually the case. What color is your hide? Because trolls have the capacity to kind of vary between like black and red and.
Green.
Remember, I am an
forgot.
albino.
You're albino. You are bright white.
Oh yeah.
Yep, bright white, red eyes, gray tusk.
Yeah. You see an elf with. Why don't you describe yourself, actually, Star?
Oh, that okay. I'm an elf with shoulder length silver hair, and silver tattoos that come up from her neck onto her face. They look sort of like tree branches.
And then you also would see over on a couch, uh, kind of just lounging around on a couch, looking at the Tridio screen, appears to be a human with a robotic right arm, who's not paying attention and just watching the TV. Uh, you would see that this room is large rectangular space. There's a area with walls that's the bathrooms, but other than that, it's entirely open floor. One corner has some kitchen stuff, but that's open space, and then the rest of this room, the way I've described it in the past, is it looks like someone went to a furniture clearance store and just bought everything, and then just dumped it in here. So there's a bunch of beds and couches and dressers and stuff just everywhere, and you just set your stuff down on the bed that you pick. So a couple of these
Cool.
beds have been taken, but most of them are open.
All right. Well, I walk up to the table where the troll's sitting, and I grab one of the empty beer bottles and say, "Hi, I'm Zoe. You can call me Janess." And I
Janess?
pick up the bottle and I sit it on a clear spot on the table, and I just give it a bit of a spin.
The full bottle or empty bottle?
Empty bottle.
Okay. Well, I sit there and look up at her, and it's like, well, I am Knuckles. And
Knuckles.
yes,
Excellent name. Well, pleased to meet your acquaintance.
if you want anything to drink, the bottom shelf is open. Grab from the bottle.
Sounds good. I'm okay for now. I think I might go across the road soon and grab me one of those coffees.
You don't want to
Apparently,
do that.
the real stuff.
Nah, it ain't real.
No.
No. You want real stuff? He reaches over and down into his duffel bag that he usually keeps close and just reaches and grabs a bottle of troll beer, pops it, and offers it up to you. From the actually, yeah, just this is the real stuff. This is what you want to drink.
All right. I take it.
Yes.
Oh,
I look at it.
um,
I put it up. I put it up to my lips, and rather than actually swallowing, I just kind of tip it back and let it sit against my lips.
it smells pretty strong. Like, just by what bumps up against your lips, it's like there's some grains in here, like actual granules floating around in this thing. It's pretty thick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've been around. I've heard of troll beer. That's the stuff. That's
Well-
definitely the stuff.
Well, there's your breakfast, so enjoy it.
Oh,
That's all that's.
The
and when the bottle stops spinning, the direction that it's pointing in, that's the direction I'm going to start walking over to sling the gear down in the nearest bed.
all right.
Very
Hey,
nice.
how about this? Why don't you? What's your edge?
My edge is edgy. It's 3.
3. Why don't you roll 3 dice for me? Why don't you roll your edge for me? Since you've put this up to chance.
Sure. Roll 3 using rule of 6 or
No. So it would be. Let me pull up the dice roller. Just be sure, not the rule of 6. Yeah, leave all of those check boxes unchecked. Everything, and just roll 3 dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 hits.
Wonderful. That's a very good roll. Yeah.
No
So
kid.
points you over to this bed. It actually looks kind of nice. It's got like the posts go up quite a ways, and then have kind of it's a little bit old and raggedy, but still kind of a lace curtain that can come over and entirely conceal the bed itself.
Nice. I turn around and say, "No one's using this one."
without even looking. Nope. Go ahead.
I give him a big thumbs up, and you hear a strange, slightly odd shift in her accent, and she's right. Well, thanks for that, right, Jordan. And pops her stuff down and walks back out. Picks up the troll beer. Says, "Got a bowl?"
The
I don't know. Do we?
yeah, you got all the stuff you need.
Okay.
The human who was at the couch gets up and walks over and holds out his robotic arm to shake yours, Janess.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm Slice. I can see that Knuckles is trying to give you a hard time. Let me help you out with that. And
is he giving me a hard time, or am I giving him a hard time?
oh well, I can see he's trying. I don't know how that's going, but if you want, I'll trade you. And he wants to trade you the bottle for a glass of water.
No, I'm okay with this.
You good? All right. And then
I'm good.
here.
I'll
sets
just find a
up.
bowl
Yeah.
and a spoon, and I'll just sort of stir it a lot, and occasionally I'll just have a little bit of a slurp, and I'll nurse it like that for a while, you know.
I like this human.
Okay.
Well, it's got some chunks in it, you know. So anything with chunks, you really need a spoon, right?
Yeah, maybe a
That's what
strainer.
it's your breakfast in a bottle. I mean, it fills you up with liquid and fills your tummy up with solids.
Hey, the place I used to come from, we used to have a beer that came with built-in sludge. So if I can handle a Cooper's Ale, if I can handle a Cooper's Ale, I can handle anything.
All right, so
I'm gonna message Valkyrie, get her ass down here and meet the new
I gotta step
person.
away for just 1 second.
Nope.
I wave you off and say, in her own time, it's all good. So tell me about you, young fella. Is it Star? Was it?
Yes, done.
Hey. So, what's a nice looking young elf doing in an odd place like this?
Well, I was under the impression that I'd be stealing things.
Seems legit. Well, I mean, that's not quite the term, is it? But
You haven't been here long enough.
I guess perhaps legit is relative, right? I'm Janess. I give him a sort of friendly pat on the back, on the shoulder, and say, guide Star towards the center of the room where Knuckles is sitting, and say, so, I mean, I'm new here. It's been a long road getting here, but now that I'm here, what do y'all do with your time? And yes, I am mangling multiple accents just for the record here. This is deliberate.
So Knuckles, you would have heard the question that Janess was asking, which is basically, what do you people do here? What do you spend your time on mostly? As well as this
Anything
is to start
fun?
as well.
Anything interesting?
We usually have a
we-
job or two.
Yeah, it really depends on our way we wake up in the morning at times. If we roll out the left side of the bed, we might go steal something, take something. We'll roll out the left side, we might actually end up protecting somebody, retrieve something.
Okay.
Oh, it also depends on who decides to walk through it. Oh, wow. Come through.
Sounds like my kind of fun.
Is
If you ever
Valkyrie
need company, just let me know.
is Valkyrie still upstairs?
Yes.
Yep. And then we got another member of the deal that if she decides to go on a killing rampage, well,
Ruin allies by shooting the wrong person at the wrong time.
Y'all are
Yeah.
doing
Has
gold
she-
on
has-
that first impression deal.
So I look over at Star. So who did she shoot this time?
Mr. P. On Kapjak's property. She didn't kill him, but
The last time I was around, before I had to take care of stuff, she kept swearing she was going to shoot him. So I guess she finally decided to pull the trigger.
well, she finally got the chance.
Oh,
Well-
I'm sure she had plenty of chances. It just
I do know what it is to, over time, pick up an aversion to a person and want to actually do them ill.
it happens around here. We've had a few situations that way.
Hmm.
Mhm.
So.
It's happened once or twice in my life as well.
But if you hang out around here, I'm sure you'll realize that once you walk through that door, you belong here.
Yeah,
A
excellent. This is good.
knocking comes from the door.
I reach down and just instantly grab the gun, cock the revolver, and just kind of twist it just enough so it's pointing toward the door.
I motion to the door as if to say, "Do you mind?"
Nope, not at all.
And
I'll ready a hand blade and I'll move so that I'm like hidden behind the door when she opens it.
and as I'm walking over to the door, I'll be yanking a decent sized handgun out of a duffel that I've brought in with me, and I'll have it just sort of tucked behind my back as I open the door. Hi.
On the other
Who are you?
side, you see a kind of youngish looking elf. Like he'd say he's probably maybe 17. He's got these enormous goggles, like biking goggles, but they're huge. They like go up to nearly the top of his forehead and down as far as like they just cut around his nose, and they've got the design of like bug eyes. They're like got the millions of facets to them.
Yeah.
Wearing full black tracksuit.
Tracks. Awesome. Janess turns to him and says, "You look like you belong here. Come on in."
And he pulls
And
out.
I
He reaches into his
open
vest.
the
He's-
door
wait,
and I
hang on.
wave him through.
But yeah, you get him inside. He's am I at the wrong place?
I don't know. Why are you here?
I've got and he reaches into his vest and pulls out a letter, which is quite archaic. No one uses paper nowadays. But he's got
And
an envelope in his hand.
in the second I see him actually reach into his vest for it, and Jenna staying there, even though the pistol, her weapon is kind of concealed, my weapon is no longer concealed on the table. It's actually pointed in that general direction at this moment.
Hey, just right here. Here.
I am familiar with this particular technology, and I reach out and take the letter.
Can I go?
Say, oh, so you were just dropping this off? Okay,
Yes.
sorry, I thought you were one of the people who
No,
hung
no.
out here.
Just
Oh, well, is there a facility I can use to drop him a new out of my account to?
yeah, you can just
As
use
a-
your comm link to send him money if you want to.
Okay, I'll give him a little tip.
All right. Thank you. And he.
And I just grin.
It's a very little tip, but
Like
it's a
one
tip.
new yen.
Have a good day. And he opens the door, and you can hear him quickly patter down the steps on the other side.
Excellent.
I'm mentally yelling at the guy, "Yeah, you better run."
With a flourish, I turn the envelope around to see if it's addressed to anyone in particular.
It says Valkyrie on the back.
Valkyrie.
Of course it does.
I'll snatch it. Start heading to the roof.
Well, she hasn't actually. She just read it. She hasn't said who it was yet.
Oh, that's.
Unless Star peeks over her shoulder.
I walk over to Star, and I say, "Well, I'm assuming this isn't you. Maybe you should give it to Valkyrie."
I will take it, and
Just for the record, you open the little flap, and then you take the paper out, and you read what's on the paper. Okay?
thank you.
You're welcome. Just trying to be helpful.
I will head up to the roof.
When Star heads out, I reach into my coat, pull out one of my big cigars, and light it up.
So Star heads up through the ladder into the trapdoor to get onto the roof, finding Valkyrie and all of her camping equipment that is set up there.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Watching.
I will just walk over and throw it down in front of you. Apparently, this is for you.
Huh. Okay. Thanks.
I'm just
I'll put it
gonna
up.
stand there and wait for her to open it.
So I'm gonna look at you like, what?
Are you going to open it?
I'm gonna pick it up and bend it. Is it solid?
No, it is. It appears to only be paper in there, or at least something pliable like paper. Yeah.
I don't know. Don't know who that guy was. I don't like this one bit. Fine, I'll open it. I'll open it. See what's inside.
Inside,
said I'll open it.
Yep. No, inside you find a white piece of paper that says "To Valkyrie from Mr. P."
Oh, hey, look at this. I'm gonna nudge my sister. Say, see? Look. Alright. What does it say?
These are the details of the job that I offered you.
Okay.
2,500 new yen per person.
Okay.
The organization is a team that formerly worked for As Technology. The specifics of their identity is unknown. They
Okay.
have a high probability of killing the hostage that they have taken from Blinky,
Okay.
even if Blinky succeeds in paying them. The mission
Alright.
is to recover the hostage by any means necessary.
Alright. Nothing else.
If the last bit is if things go poorly or you run out of leads, go to this address, but do not go there under any other circumstance. And there's an address laid out in the paper.
Okay. I will fold it
I
back
just
up
read it over Valkyrie's shoulder.
and put it back in the envelope and glare at my sister.
And
Good.
Jeunesse is just
You have something to
downstairs
keep you.
with her bowl.
You have something to keep you busy. I have something I need to do. Why don't you take Knuckles and Jeunesse, the new person, and keep yourself busy. Try not to shoot anybody.
You do realize that's my entire job.
So far, we've only attempted to steal one thing.
Yeah, and whose fault is that?
We've taken several jobs that have not required me to steal anything. And I've been fine. So just for once, unless it truly requires it, try not to shoot anybody.
What makes you think that I haven't been following those rules?
You ruined our
I
friendship
didn't.
with Cat Jack by shooting his business partner on his property.
I don't care. Capjack was dumb. Not to mention, because I shot Mr. P, I actually got a letter back instead of being stonewalled. So, I think it's a win-win. I'm gonna get up and go downstairs.
I throw my hands up frustrated, and then I go downstairs, and I am actually going to go to Simon's Palace.
Okay. Cool. Why don't we do so you just head straight out?
Yep.
All right, we will get to that in a second. Knuckles, Valkyrie, and Janess, go.
I'm gonna go to Slice.
Oh, okay.
And
Is this because I told her to take Knuckles and Jeanette?
When Valkyrie comes down, I just look over at Janess. That's Star Sister Valkyrie. She's the one that likes to shoot people.
you realize it's my job.
Are you saying this to these guys?
I'm saying this to Knuckles.
Oh, I know.
I nod and say, "Hi, I'm Janess, but you can call me Zoe if you want."
Okay. I'm gonna sit down next to Slice.
Hi, what are you doing on my couch?
Is it okay if I sit here
Yeah,
for just a little bit?
it's normally my bed, so. Yeah.
Okay.
What's up?
I don't know. I know that you've been around this city for a long time, so you know things.
Uh-huh.
A group that defected from As Technology. Do you know any of those?
Not personally.
No,
But no. You'd have to check with somebody else, someone who knows corporate stuff. I'm illegitimate through and through. I never really crossed over into real military stuff very much. A little bit, but I haven't been legit in a long time, so I don't got much on that side.
okay. Well,
Do you know anybody who's corporate you can chat with?
no, not really. That's the problem.
All right. Well, then I guess gotta hit the street. Good old private eye style.
You don't know anyone?
I went to Valkyrie.
Well,
Say, what exactly is it you need?
I need to find a particular group who defected from As Technology. I have a high probability of killing hostages and figuring out everything about them.
all right. Well,
You
don't you know that one military dude, guy who sells you guns?
Grinder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we could go talk to
Maybe
him.
you start there. Call me if you need extra muscle, but I'll be here.
All right. Thanks. I'll get up and
Good
look
night.
at. I'll look at Knuckles and ask, "Do you want to come?"
Yeah, I'm bored this morning, so And if you're gonna go shoot somebody, it might give me an opportunity to shoot somebody too.
What makes you think that every time I leave, I have to shoot someone? I shoot for money.
Yeah, no, that's fine too.
Okay, whatever. Are you coming or not?
Oh, I stand up, grab my gun, shove it in my jacket, finish off the beer I am, and grab my cigar and just start walking straight to the door. And as I'm going, it's like, you coming, Janice? It's going to be boring around here. Slice is about to get into his video games and music.
Oh, spare me. I give you a sort of give Valkyrie a bit of an odd look, as if to say, "Is this cool? Is this legit?" And as I do, I'm already starting to jack into the Matrix via AR only and start doing some searches for the sorts of things that we're looking for.
All right. So, what are you gonna look for?
First of all, I'm going to look for currently connected avatars on the local nets that have as technology signatures in terms of the equipment and MAC address ranges and that sort of
Do you have the scan program?
I do have a scan program.
All right, wonderful. Can you roll that don't roll that. So, please roll electronic warfare skill.
Okay.
And Valkyrie, do you indicate to Janess in real space whether it's cool for Janess to come along?
How subtle is it?
It's like a face, just sort of thing, I assume. Yeah.
It's just a kind of should I come sort of look. 3 hits, by the way.
Wonderful.
I'd shake my head and say I don't care.
Janess, within the local space, this is basically any. Actually, what's the signal on your comlink?
Signal is boosted, I believe. Signal 5.
5. Ooh, very good. So that's the kind of range that kind of designates the range in which you can scan. So within that space, you've gotten a pretty good scan, but that only reaches so far. And within the immediate space, you're not seeing anything, but you can confirm that there aren't really any around. Okay. But yeah, because just because your range is too limited, not because you rolled poorly.
Yeah, sure. Are there any slaves that I can access elsewhere, like any nodes elsewhere that on this platform that I can maybe reach and make similar scans using some bots?
Unfortunately, in the Undercommon, there is very, very little public access stuff. Almost everything is private. What you can do is you could attempt a search through illicit websites to see if anyone's selling info that you're looking for.
Yeah, no problem.
Be referred to info brokers if you want to do that. So it would be data search or data search.
Data search is not bad. Three hits.
All right, wonderful. You get referred to two info brokers that would probably have the info you need. One of them is a info broker that goes by the name Baby Blue, and one that goes by the name Blinky. So you can just have those in your account to call at any time.
All right. I mentioned to Valkyrie. So, very quick question. have you ever heard of infogrokers named Baby Blue or Blinky? And do you have any levels of, shall we say, mistrust amongst either of them?
I'm gonna pause for a second. That's odd. No, but Blinky is the one that we're doing this job for.
Oh. Okay. Good to know.
Janess wouldn't know this, and no one knows this other than Valkyrie. But Valkyrie, you'd be aware that Blinky doesn't know you're doing this job. You've been hired by someone else to do this job on Blinky's behalf, but Blinky doesn't know this is happening.
Yes.
All right, just making sure. All right. Let's jump over to Star real fast, who's on her way to Simon's Palace, the enormous Colosseum building that has death races, gambling, and every other vice and all kinds of other criminal activities inside of it. What part of it?
When I get there, I want to basically, I want to stay back, but I want to look for Allie.
Okay. Why don't you roll perception? Visual.
Zero hit.
All right.
Somehow rolled 1, 2, and 3.
All right. Let me roll some dice then.
Must have had a door involved with it.
Are you trying to particularly like stand out of the way and hide or anything, or kind of?
Not hide, just kind of stay out of the way.
Okay. Then, as you've been standing there looking around for 10 minutes or so, Allie bumps you, like pokes you in the back of the head. Hi. What you doing?
Hi. I needed to talk to you real quick, though. Here's probably not the best thing for the longer conversation. Can you meet me in the common tonight?
Oh, I could take you to the break room if you want, but or is it a big deal?
I just have a deal I want to make.
Okay. Yeah, I'll meet you tonight then.
Okay. I will give her the address to the pizza place that me and Rowan went to.
Okay. Wonderful. And so Knuckles has disappeared for a second, but Knuckles, Janess, and yes, what's up, Valkyrie?
Just realized when I was insulting Capjack behind his back, I should have called him a sellout. That would have been better. But that's it. Sorry.
Just need to amend your insults.
Amend my insults. Yes, he was actually a sellout.
All right. So the three of you head outside to the van. There's a black van down parked outside, which stepping in, the automated driving systems turn on and ask you where you want to go.
Simon's Palace.
All right. So you all head over to Simon's Palace as well, coming in on the southern side of it. You proceed through the crowds. You see that there's a lot of yelling and celebration as you can hear the engines of large vehicles running in the death races. You want to just go straight to the basement area where where the market's at, or do you want to look around at other things?
I'm gonna go to the market.
Okay. So underneath Simon's Palace is a very large basement area that is basically like a flea market, this open flea market, except most of the products are guns and grenades and other illicit materials. And it's
My kind of place.
quite busy, quite shouty. People are yelling and arguing, and the only points of constance are the ones that you can pick out, the security officers, these gangsters who've kind of gone to a slightly higher class of gangster. They're bulky, wearing black with a little yellow insignia marking them as Simon's security, and they're just making sure nothing gets entirely out of order.
Okay, I'd like to retry my scan if we
Yep,
move
yeah, you can do it
on a bit.
here. Yep,
2 hits from that.
2 hits. Why don't you roll edge on that one? Actually, no, never mind. Roll's not necessary. You find about something over 50 icons with as technology markers on them popping up in here. Most of them are weapon tags. It's the icon for a smart gun manufactured by as technologies. Others are like personnel ones you see over a person selling fake IDs, like corporate IDs, that say that they're as technology and stuff. And there's other assorted stuff mingled around in here.
Okay, and can I make a data search to filter that for non-weapons?
Yep. Yeah, filter that down to something more useful. Yes.
Yep. 2 hits.
Wonderful. So that filters down. You see a list of 5 identities, which all 5 of those you can figure out are it's very obvious that they're fake because they're sequential to each other. But then after that, you see a tag. What did you get on the scan? It was
2.
2. Okay, so one of them is what looks like a legitimate corporate ID for as technology, and one is and specifically that's a corporate ID of like a business person, like some kind of
an active as technology.
Active as technology, but probably like a suit, not a military person of some kind.
Yep.
And then you find notably an interesting drone that is labeled as technology that appears to be some kind of combat drone. It's giving out multiple error signals, but like just a brief glance looks like it could be quite expensive if it were working.
Okay. I share this information with Valkyrie, especially if she's willing to give me her comlink ID on the way. So I
Sorry,
can
what?
Subvocal the information.
Oh,
Just your phone number, basically.
yeah. I'm thinking.
Valkyrie is extremely paranoid.
I mean, I already deleted Capjack, so.
I don't think she's paranoid. I think she's got a sensible degree
I
of
mean, I
memory.
don't really have much of a choice, do I?
Well, I could just speak it in meat space if you want.
I would prefer that.
Sure. Here, in the market.
There's people.
So, I've found a suit.
Okay.
And I've found a combat drone that seems to be glitching out. Both of those are running current Aztec com IDs
Okay.
or matrix IDs. Did you want to check any of them out?
So Janess, the the identification one for a person is kind of milling around the crowd. You could get like a general area GPS wise, but you can't pin them down super solid. The drone, since it's not moving, would actually be very easy to find, and you can probably quite trivially find where it's at in here.
Okay. I share that information.
I want to talk to my guy first,
Sure.
and depending on what he says, we might go have a chat.
Well, how about I give you your space, and while you're doing that, I might go see if I can dig up this suit.
Okay, sounds good. I guess in that case, I do have to give you my number.
I mean, Knuckles
now
is
that
there.
it
She
works.
could just always call Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
isn't downstairs where the fish taco place is?
It
the
is.
soybean taco
Yep.
place? Beeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would,
good.
you would see the bright white troll head over to, and this doesn't physically make sense because it's a taco truck in a basement. Like, there's no way it could have been brought down here. It was built as a taco truck down here, over in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just a little retro, I would have given Zoe my comm ID, so if she needed to track me down, I ain't worried about it.
Well, you're a little
Okay.
bit bulletproof, so you've got less to be worried
Okay.
about.
Well, if you have Knuckles, then I'd tell her to contact Knuckles if she needs anything.
All right. All right, let's do this in a simple order. Let's do Knuckles first, because his thing is going to be the easiest. Where the troll who's just squeezed inside of this little taco truck says, "What can I get you?"
4 tacos.
All right. That'll be 14 new yen.
14. I give him 16.
Appreciated. There you go. All right, next.
So, well, then I just ask him, seen any new faces hanging around down here?
Not particularly.
Okay.
We've had a couple. We had a kid make a little bit of a ruckus. Kid dragged in a drone to sell to one of the market spots here, and it kind of woke up. And apparently, wherever he got it from wasn't fully legitimate or whatever, because it started kicking and trying to hurt people. Had to get bashed a few more times to put it down. It's still on sale, though, I think.
Okay. I'll go look for it in a little bit.
Yeah. Feisty thing, though. You definitely need to, like, wipe it if you're going to use it for, anything useful.
Okay. Thank you. So I squeeze out, and basically what I do is, as soon as I get out of the truck and everything, I pretty much lean against the front of it, watching the crowd, specifically watching for Zoe and Valkyrie. From my position, and if I need to use any of my stakeout skills to keep an eye on them, then I will.
Yeah, we'll do that if that becomes relevant.
Okay.
All right, we'll jump over to Janess. So you're
Okay,
looking for
so-
the suit or the drone?
Looking for the suit.
Okay.
But I'm going to be wandering around with my briefcase, and I'm going to be walking up to vendors and saying, "Hey, sorry, I'm sorry. Look, I was doing business with a guy, and he had to dash off, but he left his briefcase. And I'll hold up the briefcase and say, it's a guy from Aztec Technology, sales marketing suit, something like that. Any chance you could point me in his direction? I know he's around here somewhere." And I have a con of 10.
Well, they've got a pretty they've got a response to that already. Like they're like, okay, yeah, what's the suit doing down here? You don't belong here.
Well, I'd love to know too, but honestly, I just want to get the guy's briefcase back to him because, well, he might have some sort of reward for me, and maybe I could share that with you, right?
Yeah,
They're worth more dead.
yeah,
And that's 6 hits on the roll.
yeah. He's like, oh, he's gonna work with you. Yeah, he's like, look, I don't need anything. I don't want to get involved in that stuff. If you like the guy, tell him to get the heck out of here as soon as possible. The Undercommon's no place for a suit. If someone figures
Well,
out
I'm
who he is,
sure
he's gonna get lynched.
If he's just running around with looking for his briefcase, then
Yeah.
that would explain why I can't find him, right?
Yeah, fair. Well, I don't know. What you got a description for him or a name or something?
Do I have that from the scan?
You would have the yeah, actually it would have like a low quality ID photo. Look to be a human with like bright white hair, like not age white hair, like dyed white hair.
Okay, cool.
Um
Very Billy Idol sort of look, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, actually I think he was wandering around. He was looking over at I think the explosives section over there.
Okay. Cool.
Crap.
Yeah. No, if you like the guy, get him out of here. If you don't like the guy, nix him on the security and you might get a piece.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, thank you for your time, and I'll flip him 10 million for his efforts.
Yeah, I never met you and you never met me. And he just like turns away from you as if like, just as if like he's never seen you, just to cuz he's kind of scared of what you're talking about.
Sure.
But yeah, cool. You got that. And so once you're looking over that direction, you can spot him. You see the head of white hair poking out under a hat. You see this guy is looking over at he's just holding a hand grenade in his hand, is just like eyeing it, just like looking around at it as if it were
Is it the guy?
I don't know. But he's like looking at it as if this thing's like a scented candle he's inspecting. It's just like, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I won't walk over directly. I'll sort of look at other stands, and I'll be looking at hand grenades and handguns. If there's an RPG around, I might have a quick look at one of those. You get the idea.
Yeah. All right. So while you're tailing him, I think we'll jump over to Valkyrie, and we'll be right back. So Valkyrie, you're on your way to Grinder, the sort of illegal military surplus guy.
Yeah. So I walk up to his booth.
Sniper.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
I got a couple questions, but first, how are you doing?
Man, all right. Still old.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you're down here a lot. I was wondering if you knew about any as technology that groups that no longer works for as technology, but kind of doing their own thing, having a tendency to kill hostages.
All right, now he's gonna roll a knowledge test. We're gonna see what he's got. Yeah. That was a really good roll.
Nice.
Yeah, well, there's a couple. Former like military teams, black ops teams, leaving their company is like half the times it's fake.
Mm-hmm.
It's what they do when they can't find a reliable crew of Shadowrunners to do a job. Is they take a batch of their guys and disown them, but they're still actually on the payroll. Just hush hush.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
so who can say?
Mm-hmm.
But you're saying one that would be around here?
I don't know all the details exactly. I just I'm thinking
Because there is
they might be looking around here.
two as technology crews, supposed former crews, arrived in New Atlantis within the last couple months. One of them
That's pretty recent.
has only one of those teams has not left the common. I can almost be certain of that.
Okay.
They've been doing some corporate espionage or something up top. The other team unaccounted for. I don't know where they've been, but they've been around.
Can I get names?
Nah.
No.
At this point, they probably don't have names anymore.
Yeah, but
What I can
Okay.
say is they're probably a small crew. Like
mm-hmm.
3 actually individuals. And then to make up for
Okay.
their small crew, they are going to have good gear to back them up. Probably have drones to bulk up their numbers, or they'll have hired local goons of some kind to fill up their numbers to be a little bit safer.
Okay.
Folks like that. Yeah, to find folks like that, you're either going to have to owe someone a favor, someone important a favor to get it, or
Mhm.
pay a lot of money to find him.
Mm-hmm.
If you got friends in high places, it's time to ring their phones.
Great. Okay. Thanks. That was pretty much it.
Yeah. All right, we'll jump back to Janess.
Sure. So I'm actually looking to slowly close the distance between me and this guy.
Yep.
Although not always in a direct line, like it'll be indirect where possible.
Can you roll tailing for me?
Oh, sure. What is
That would be under intuition group. Attribute. I believe that's what it's called. Let me double check.
tracking?
Under. Oh, wait, no. Shadowing is the one I'm
Shadowing.
thinking.
Okay.
My mistake.
Yep. I'm not super good at that.
You don't need
We'll give
much.
it a go.
It's a very crowded place, and this guy seems to be distracted. It's not very hard.
Yeah, no. No, 0 hits.
All right. So you begin to move up to this person. The general approach, like, or environment, keeps him from specifically like spotting you.
Mm-hmm.
But you do, like, maybe it's you, maybe it's the crowd, but he seems to just kind of not like where he's standing. It feels like the crowd is pushing in on him a little too much and continues to kind of just move away from you a little bit.
Yep, okay.
So you can either press in and catch up, but definitely be spotted, or you can kind of keep your distance and not really catch up to him, but he won't know you're after him still.
I might do that for the latter
For now.
short term at
Yep.
least.
All right. At this point, Actually, Valkyrie, what are you doing now that you got your info there? Are you gonna...
I will go find Knuckles.
Okay. Knuckles is very easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
At 7'8", white as could be. Yep.
So I'll walk over and stand next to him.
I just kind of look down at her. Because how tall is Valkyrie?
She's an elf, so they're generally like what?
2 foot?
No, they're generally a little bit taller than humans, but very thin.
Not by much.
Not
Maybe
by
like
much.
a couple inches.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like
5'8", 5'9".
yeah.
Okay. I look down at you. Find what you're looking for.
No.
You know your sister would probably do a better job for that if you...
I know. But she's busy.
What could she be busy with?
I don't know, and I don't care to know.
I do not understand the dynamics of elves.
There's a reason we both left home.
And ended up in the same home.
That was coincidence.
Or was it?
I'm gonna look at him like, what are you implying?
Hand you a fish taco.
I'll eat it.
All right. Star, what are you doing now?
I was going to make my way down to the tattoo shop
Uh-huh.
that was down by the taco place, if I remember right.
No, that's in Simon's Palace, but it's like upstairs. It's still in the
Was it?
main area, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna make my way over there.
All right. The lady there would wave at you. Hi.
Hi. I wanted to get some more work done real quick.
All right. What do you need?
I want to get a set of stars with a date on my shoulder.
Shouldn't take too long. Same ink?
Yes, please.
All right, that'll be 100 new yen. Shouldn't take me too long. All right, and she'll get started on that. Well, I think that the person currently most active again would be Janess, so we will jump back to that action.
Sure.
The slow, like, shark stalking.
Can I see her from where I'm at?
You can roll perception if you would like.
Oh, of course. That's my deal, was trying to keep an eye on
Yep.
everybody.
Right. Yeah, you can get a +4 to that since you've been specifically trying to track people and not lose sight of them.
Okay, so I get 6 dice. 3 hits.
Oh boy. Yeah, you see Janess just way over there in the crowd. You can spot her, but just barely. But now, since your focus is all there, you can keep track.
Oh yeah, and then because it's getting crowded over there, I do keep a firmer observation on her.
All right. Wonderful. All right, Janess, what's your plan now?
So I am going to. I think I'd like to try and make the same sort of approach if I can.
All right.
And that's 2 hits.
All right. You managed to sneak up behind the guy. So what's your plan? Are you going to confront him, like say hello to him once you get up to him, or are you going to just hover behind him, or what's your plan?
I'll just sort of reach over across in front of him to grab something off the stand and have a look at it, and turn it over and. Oh, sorry. See if he reacts.
He does. He kind of nods and continues to just very, very slowly just kind of sidestep away. Very, very slowly though, like not he wants to be sure it doesn't look like he's trying to rush away from anyone, but he you can see he is.
Mm-hmm. I say to him, well, come on now, son. Don't be so shy.
Excuse me, sorry.
Well, you've been showing some interest in all sorts of interesting things down here. I mean, I've been interested in the same things, but maybe you could give me some pointers on what to look for. And I flash him a sort of a big blue-eyed smile and bat my eyelashes a bit.
Have I don't think I understand this what you're getting at.
Well, maybe you could give me some advice in a nice private place somewhere. That where I could maybe share a little information with you.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Valkyrie and Knuckles. Both of you please roll a new visual perception check.
Okay.
Do I get the +4 like I had last time?
Not for this one. This one's separate.
Okay, so
6 hits.
Jeez.
glitch with 1 hit.
All right. So Knuckles, you won't see this for a little bit. Valkyrie will spot it first. Valkyrie, you see a person beginning to push through the crowd. Not like pushing really, but just very, very skillfully just weaving through them. This person appears to be wearing like black military getup, has definitely some weapons on him, and is moving like beeline through the crowd towards where Janess is. Janess and the other person are at.
Okay, I'm gonna tap on Knuckles and point him out. Point out the person, and I'm gonna call Janess.
I subvocally pick up.
As soon as she points out, I start moving in that direction.
I'm gonna say behind you, you got a bogey.
I tuck my arm in behind the suit and I say, see, you've got company. They're coming. Incoming.
I'm gonna also be ready to pull out my gun.
So basically what I'm trying to do is convince this guy that whoever's coming is coming to him. I say, what were you thinking, suit in a marketplace like this?
And he swears under his breath at you, saying something about having gotten him made. And he turns around, and as the man approaches, he reaches into his jacket. The suit reaches into his jacket and pulls something out, and quickly, extremely quickly, just brushes hands with the military person, and the military person immediately turns around and begins to walk away. You can see, being so close, that the suit just made a handoff. He just gave this military guy something small, but something. And now the military guy is done and he's leaving.
Okay. I
And the
subvocally say to Valkyrie, that's your mark. Follow him.
The military?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Janez, you can see the suit is beginning to kind of panic a bit. He's just like, you got me. You. And
Hey. I'm trying to help. I hand him a business card. I say I'm a helpful person.
you don't know what you just did to me. And he sticks it in his pocket and then begins to walk away.
I smile and say, well, I'm sorry if I did something helpful.
Knuckles, where are you at? Because you see the guy starting to go away. Where are you headed?
Well, I was heading straight toward the guy that was heading toward Janess.
Yeah.
And then if he's coming back at me, was the communication between Valkyrie and Janess one-on-one or party line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would see he's not headed towards you exactly. He's headed kind of he's headed off towards the exit. And you were coming from the Taco truck, which is a bit kind of off from the exit a bit, so he'll pass by you. He'll notice you because you're, huge and white, but he probably won't know who you are or anything.
Yeah.
Does Valkyrie loop me in? Does she call me and tell me she needs me?
When I have my chance to play, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Do we want this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of want? You need to specify.
Please call me. Please call me.
Because Knuckles is probably about to tackle this person.
As he's walking up to me, or as we're getting together, I reach in, pull my vibro knife from inside my biker jacket.
Don't kill him.
And put it right up under his armpit and says, you move, you end up having this all the way through your chest piece. Now you're coming with me.
As you do that, 4 of the
So much for subtle.
yeah. The 4 of the Simon security officers draw their guns and point them at both of you, not particularly concerned which of you.
I'm running in on this situation.
What's going on here?
I was trying to put it in such a way that it wasn't like just pulled out and shoved at him. It's kind of like pulled out and walked up with him and kind of just put it right.
Okay, do you want to roll sleight of hand for me?
Yes, I will try.
Sneaky, hi friend, with the dagger just under their jacket.
Yeah. So sleight of hand. Let me see what that would fall under.
That's under agility, and specifically, actually, it is palming.
Okay, I don't have palming. I know that for sure. So all I have is agility, and that is 5.
All right, so you roll a 4. Then.
No, I'm sorry. No, I've got 7. I've got an augmented of 7 on it.
Oh, well, yeah. So you roll your agility -1.
Okay. Three hits.
3 hits. Okay. That should actually be able to do for now. So the security won't do that. And then also, since it's not as aggressive, though, please roll intimidation to get your point across while you're doing this.
Now I know I've got that, and that is, so I get another 4 dice, and I'm going to use an edge dice on this one here.
So by using that edge, that means you turn on the rule of 6, so that all dice that come up as 6s, you get to keep that success and then roll again.
Okay.
Effectively meaning you could have infinite successes.
Right. So that's 4 dice. So that's 1 6. So I get to roll again.
So how many dice did you roll?
I rolled my 4 dice and clicked on rule of 6.
It shouldn't have been 4 dice. What do you have in your agility?
Oh, my agility was 7.
Yeah, so roll 6.
But you said intimidation.
Oh, sorry, you're on intimidation. I'm mistaken. Yeah, so it should have any 6s you have. It should have automatically given them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see 5 dice here now. Yep. So I have 1 success.
1 success. Okay. So he gets your point for now, but you can see that he's got pretty solid nerves, and he's not shaken by this, but he's also not stupid, and he's gonna not get himself killed.
Okay. So I start escorting him toward the exit and says, "Target acquired."
You see that he begins to walk as slowly as he can. Like, just moving very slowly. He's still walking, but he's moving very slowly. And so to stay with him, you have to also move very slowly. Which is, not...
No, that's when I put my hand, because I've got it in my right hand up against him with my body right up against him. So I take my left hand and pretty much go around his back and kind of right in the middle between his shoulder blades, just put my hand just up against it and just start walking and kind of encouraging him to walk faster. And I kind of activate the vibro portion of the knife so he can actually feel it kick on.
Yep.
So he knows that it's just not a normal knife to him, and this will hurt him pretty bad if I decide to push it.
You hear the little knee of like an electric toothbrush sound as it turns on for just a second. He is going to attempt something. Let's see how those dice go. Not amazing. And then someone else is going to make a check. Nope. Okay. So he attempts to, like, blink or something. Like, he's trying to signal to the security here that he's in trouble without speaking.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't do very well at that, and also they did very poorly on their perception to spot it. So nothing happens. He just walks out with you.
Very good.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna cut the party line for a sec, switch to just Valkyrie and say, we need him free so he can lead us somewhere useful. And then I go back to the party line and say, hey, big guy, catch and release, okay? Let's chill. Let him run.
You need to... You're good... Sorry, never mind. I don't know that you're a hacker. I don't know that, so I couldn't tell you to... I'd say the only problem with that is that it's very easy, if he is corporate, to lose us. We need to find a way to actually track him. Otherwise, he's going to be gone.
I mean,
Not
we
to
did
mention-
check Mr. P once.
I'm gonna do a thing. Valkyrie, the character, has a special quality called common sense.
Yes.
Which allows me to intervene when I think I ought to make a comment. In Valkyrie's head would pop in the idea, a corporate black ops person is probably the best person in the world for losing a tail.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to be careful with that.
Yeah.
However, this is a space he's not necessarily familiar with. You're pretty sure he would not be extremely familiar or adept with the Undercommon. So
Yeah, like I said, we need to find a way to keep tabs on him.
Are y'all saying this, kind of talking with each other and catch him, and we need to release
No,
him?
what we
Okay.
want is the thing that was handed.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see this that was handed to him?
Actually, just rob him.
But
Just-
that we
just
don't
rob
need to
him.
do anything right now because we can just call the authorities and turn them in, and then we get everything that we want plus some extra help. So, Dijin, you need to. Sorry, I forgot the name.
Zoe.
Jeunesse.
Or Jeanette.
Jeunesse. Sorry.
just
a
drop
gin-
drop the D.
Female version of a djinn. Djinn being a
Okay.
genie. So, Jeunesse.
Jeunesse. Okay, sorry. You need to follow your mark. If you can, maybe make
He's
him
already
aware.
spooked.
You
He's
can
already
still
spooked.
catch him if
He's
you
gonna
really
be
want. If
expected.
you really want to.
I don't think there's any point. He's spooked. He's gonna rabbit.
All right, fine. I'm gonna loop Star into the conversation.
Yes.
Hey, do you think you could get Allie notified about something? We got a suit and a black ops down here in the underground. I don't think our friend, I forgot, Simon appreciates that.
Yeah, I can do that. But first, what have you done?
Nothing. Just do it before we lose our targets.
All right, I'm gonna call Allie.
Okay. Hi.
I'm being told that you apparently have some corporate men running around in your underground.
Okay. What area?
The market.
The market.
Okay.
Did somebody take a picture or anything with their comm and they send me so they know who they're looking for?
No,
Um,
because that's really hard to do.
if this is a party line, then I can share that data really quickly.
It is, yeah.
So Janess can send over the picture of the suit, and Knuckles has
And
the other guy.
yep.
So
I'll request
And
Knuckles to
just
get
look
us
for
a
the
photo.
troll. Knuckles.
at
Yeah, that would also work.
Okay, so about 4 seconds later, all of the security begins to file towards the main door and block all entry and exit to the market.
Yeah, good.
So Knuckles, now in front of you, between you and getting out, is about 12 heavily armed individuals holding guns and a fairly calm but also fairly intense, like you need to follow these instructions. PA system begins to call out, everyone remain calm, get down on your knees and put your hands in the air. Failure to comply with this demand within the next 30 seconds will be met with lethal response.
I would like to remind everybody right now that we are in Simon's house. Please, for God's sake, obey.
That's no brainer, and I'm gonna follow.
Yep.
As I start going down, I grab the guy by his clothes right between his shoulder blades. If he gives any resistance, I start my augmentation to kick in, and he ends up chest first on the ground with my
Okay.
hand on his back while I'm sitting on my knees with my other hand up in the air.
Yeah, he continues to comply, and he does what everyone else is doing. Everyone, I assume Janess does this as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yep, everyone's down.
No. Janess is just an innocent bystander.
Yeah,
He's just a lady taking a briefcase for a walk.
yeah. And then Allie, a female dark elf, walks in and with 2 bodyguards, one a dwarf and one a troll, and then also another person who's not dressed in a security outfit is a female dwarf in biker attire. It looks like this like denim vest, and she's just kind of twirling around this double barrel shotgun that she's got. She kind of walks around. They're all looking around. And they approach one by one, each person. When they come up to Knuckles, the dwarf lady walks up to him. Hi. I like you a lot better at this height.
I'm sure you do.
I'll take this one off your hands, if you don't mind.
Do we?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I was going to see if why he's standing up. If I could reach into his jacket and rip out take what he.
Oh, so if this is a out of game, can you? Yes, you can try anything. Yes. If it's in game, she says no matter what you're asking, just because she's a very rude person.
Yeah, no. As he starts standing up, I sit there and try to go for an inside pocket. It would be the one I could only go to one side, so to be his left.
Yep.
or yeah, his left that I reach for to see if I can snatch out anything in a coat pocket.
That would be palming.
Okay, and I don't have that, so it's straight agility.
All right.
So
You're gonna need to get really, really good because the 3 security people are a foot away from you. Just...
yeah. And so I've already used 1 edge, so I've got 2 left.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use 1 more for this because this one's pretty important.
All right. So turn on the roll of 6 for this roll. What do you got?
Holy shit! 5 hits.
Whoa!
Let's roll some perceptions to see how that works. Because that could be really good. That is really good. They come close, but not enough. You manage to somehow, real quick, just dart your hand in. Now, please roll me edge. Let's see if that was the right pocket.
Okay, so I have 3. I've already used 2, so that gives me 1 edge dice.
You cannot spend edge on an edge roll.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I only have 8 dice to roll.
Yeah, correct. Oh, no. Spending edge doesn't take them away from you for your roll, though.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I get 3 dice then.
Yeah, you get to keep your 3 dice.
1 hit.
1 hit. Yeah. You reach in, and you have something in your hand. You don't even look at it. You're going so fast. You're just like, "Hoop, in my pocket." All good. Yeah. So you don't know what it is, but you grab something.
Yep. That's all that matters. I was going at.
And
then I release him and kind of push him into the dwarf's arms and sit there on my knees still.
He begins to kind of speak, trying to kind of sweet talk his way into not, kind of calming the situation down. And she smacks him on the side of the head with her shotgun. You can just shut up if you want to survive. And then they continue to search around and they find the suit and they take both of them away. And once they all leave, the PA comes back on. Thank you for complying. You may all return to your business.
Okay.
As they're taking the suit away, I will give him this sort of, I'm sorry, I tried.
Another thing that as I'm standing up, I haven't even looked at what it is yet. And as I stand up, I have a skin pocket just above my waistline where I keep a ceramic knife at. I just shove that piece of paper, if that's what it is.
It's something solid. It's a little chunk of something.
Okay, then it won't fit there.
No, it's not very big. It's I would say it's the size of a really bulky credit card.
Okay, yeah, it'd fit back there. So I slide it into my skin pocket and kind of let my shirt fall down on top of it and stand up, and I turn around looking for Jeanette and Valkyrie.
And
when the PA system goes off, can I enter the market then?
Yep. Allie sees you on the way out and just brushes past you. He says, "Thanks for the tip. That's definitely going to earn you some brownie points."
No problem. And I will walk over to my team.
So
How
y'all
the hell
gather
did
together
this happen?
to be able to just chat in person? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
How the hell did this happen? Did you really try to kidnap someone in Simon's palace?
It wasn't my idea.
Oh, I'm looking at Knocko.
Huh? Valkyrie said that. Valkyrie
I
said
just
that
knew
we...
he couldn't leave.
Well,
I
that was a
don't think
good
it
call.
was so much as an idea as a lack of an idea. But we may have an outcome.
Yeah. Huh? Y'all
Did you
wanted them?
manage- Well, I wanted to follow them to wherever they were going because that might be where Valkyrie's mission might be.
Well, now that you know he's in the police, or the hands of Simon, can't we just watch from there and... Because...
Well, he's not going to go to speak to any friends while he's in there, is he?
No, but that gives you time to set up to completely track him once he either is released or whoever comes to get him.
I don't know if he's coming out alive.
and explain the situation to our friend Allie.
Yeah. Is that what you want to do? Set up a meeting with Allie and see
I
how she
do.
can help you with this?
Yes.
So
Is this on your own or is this via Star?
This is
Because Star is
my
pretty much the only
idea,
person
and
who
I'm
knows.
proposing it to Star. Like, regrettably, yeah. I'm not gonna be snide about it. I'm trying to be as nice as I possibly can.
Oh, so you definitely want something. Fine, I will give it a
hey.
try.
Janess
Sorry to
is-
put this on you.
Okay, your shit.
I will.
do y'all need me and Janess for this one?
If you want to come, you can come.
Oh, yeah, you're all coming because we're making a deal that I was going to use for something else. And I text Ellie, we need to move up the schedule of that meeting. I need to talk now.
Meet me here. And she sends you a coordinate that is very nearby and also very precise. Like it leads you through corridors, and if you follow it, you'll come up to a security checkpoint inside of the palace that you are let past. They don't even ask who you are. You just are brushed through. And you'll proceed into an empty interrogation room. Very, like, classical, like, police-style interrogation room. And Allie is just, like, sitting on the metal table. Okay, I got, like, 10 minutes before I gotta chat with this guy. What's up?
So
Well-
is all of us in this room?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah, I brought everybody.
Yep, all four of you.
Oh, you
First
did?
thing-
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, no, I told you all you're coming
Yeah.
because you're all in this now. So, here's the deal. I was going to make a deal for something else later, but if you still
I
need
put
our
up a
help,
hand. I put up a hand. I say, is there a one-way mirror here?
Oh, well, I
Are
mean...
you surveilling this?
Oh, well, no, we use cameras now, but I've turned them off. I'm head of security. I don't let people listen to my conversations.
I reach into my briefcase, pull out a business card, hand one to her, and say, "Nice to meet you, head of security."
All right. I'll hold on
So-
to this. Thank you.
I was going to offer a deal. I was going to offer my assistance with the problem you came to earlier to solve another problem, but apparently, Valkyrie, do you want to explain the situation that you need help with?
I'm gonna pull out the letter and give it to her. Those two, those were the reasons why we blew the whistle on them. We're thinking they might be connected.
I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I really don't want to be involved in anything that this man's involved with.
I understand, and
But
Which is
I-
why I'm putting the deal on the table that we will assist you with your problem with the Pikers if you help us.
no. Look, Star, you're being quite generous. No, that's not necessary. You get in that job with however you wanted to do. The chips you're trading to be able to chat with this guy is giving him to me. Being able to tell
Okay.
Simon that I got this guy is actually pretty big. And I also got whoever this other person is as well. The two of them, it's pretty big. I'll have some very nice favor with Simon. So this is just a favor to you. No payments, no nothing. You did a very nice favor to me, and this will be a favor back to you. You get to chat with him. How do you want to do this? Do you want him after we've rolled him over a few times, or do you want him before?
I slowly put my hand up and I say, "I have some experience with this. Perhaps I can be of help, be of some assistance. I have a shall we say, a history in law enforcement.
Well, not that I doubt your ability, but whatever he ends up saying, we want whatever he ends up saying to us to be very controlled information. So my chats with him will be very private. So
Sure.
you can talk to him before I talk to him or after I talk to him, but not while I'm talking with him. It's I didn't make the rules. Those are some of the rules.
No, that's fine. Completely fine.
Makes sense.
I think I would like to perhaps chat to the whitehead guy before you speak to him.
Yep. And the other man, do you want him before?
I'll take him before.
Yeah, I'm not so good at talking to the meatheads. They tend to lack the subtlety that I can work with.
Mm-hmm. Well, you all can do that.
But classical prisoner's dilemma sort of thing. I'm sure you know what you're doing. Just
well, first of all,
if
we
you
need to
wanna
understand
turn
the
him-
relationship between these two. Can you give me any
If you wanna
information
turn
on
him-
that?
Look, there is technology. That's all I really know at this point. But if you want to turn him, you've got to make him more afraid of them than they are of you. That's pretty simple. I'm sure I'm not telling you anything new there. You know how to suck those eggs.
All right. Well, yeah, you can talk with them in whatever order you like, and when you're done with them, I'll take my go. The observation room is open to you as well, so whoever wants to talk with them can, and whoever wants to observe can as well, and advise if you need to. All right. Let's get out of this room. Cameras are coming back on in about 30 seconds.
Okay,
Okay.
That's good.
I will leave.
So once you're in the hallway, it says, all right, so the suit is going to be in this interrogation room in just a couple of minutes. All of you need to go into the observation room, and then as soon as he's in there, as soon as we've planted him, whoever's going to chat with him can come out into the hallway and then go in and chat with him.
Okay.
Security will be
Okay.
right outside the door if anything happens.
Okay.
Sure. No problem.
Oh, you're muted, Monk.
Are y'all going to be doing a subtle conversation with him, or are you going to need some muscles for this?
Should
My
be
intent
subtle.
is subtle. My intent.
This is the suit, not the military guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Parties for
military
either.
guy.
All right, so you're all in the observation room. You can see that it looks a lot like whatever you would see in the crime movies and TV shows, but it's a Trideo screen projecting out the room into the space in front of you instead of a mirror, and you're seeing
Okay.
this projected through multiple cameras that are viewing in that room. And
Okay.
you see that he's brought in. He is his handcuffs are chained to the table, and the cuffs on his legs are chained to the chair, and he is sitting there waiting. The security elf that is around opens the door to the observation room and says, "All right, you can take your go at him," and offers the key to whoever wants it if you want to use this as leverage in some way to his cuffs.
Take it. Yep. I walk along with the guards and just say, "Roll with it, but ignore me." And as I stride down the corridor, I yell, "Look, I said I wanted that feed off. I need this guy just so I can talk to him alone, okay?" And then I walk into the room.
you're in, he sees you, and you see across his face is simultaneously like relief, and then also the same as like, oh wait, you, like just just like he's
So-
quite baffled.
I say, chill. Look. I'm trying to work through this. I do a bit of PR. I do a bit of handshakey. You know, a little wheeling dealing. What are you into here? I'd love to be able to help. I mean, I have had favors from your organization in the past, and I don't want to hurt them, but this amateurish stuff has got to finish. It's got to go. What are you into? Let me know. Let me help you.
Look, I can't say much at all. Let me just say this is not my job. This is not what I should be doing, but I messed up, and my punishment is going on this assignment.
Ugh.
And so,
One of those jobs. Poison pill?
not that bad, just I'm supposed to do a thing that you normally send some kind of pro to do. Field work. I'm not a field work person.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Look, I'm sorry you've ended up in this situation. So, what? Who's the target? What's the job? What are you here for?
All right. Look, you're gonna get just you didn't hear this from me because you'll find it when you search
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
You'll find you
I haven't.
you learn this when you search him. He's got a card on him, info card, with mission updates and payment from
Okay.
the people that sent me here. I cannot say who they are, but
That's
I was just doing a handoff. That's literally everything I was told to do. Is I gotta give him his thing, and then I gotta book it to
Yeah.
South America.
okay. Look, we can work with that. So you're just a middleman, right?
Yeah. I'm not even fieldwork. I messed up, and so I had to go
Yeah,
do this thing.
You're an anonymous cutout who got stuck in a bad situation. You got given a little tiny task to do, and you are going to get paid, and you are going to go away. Yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't even part of the mission. Okay. Now, how much of that is actually true?
Well, I don't know what to tell you. It is. I was just told to hand him the thing, and then I gotta get out of here.
Okay.
Look, he's got a.
Okay. So
Do you want to roll? What's the stat? It's
Judge
Judge
intentions.
intentions. Over on the, if you go to
Sure.
common, over on the right there is other info. It'll show the stat for Judge intentions, which I believe is the combination of your intuition and charisma. You can roll that if you want to see how truthful this person is.
sorry, that was will and charisma.
Intuition and charisma added together, roll that many dice.
Okay.
I think you're pretty good at that.
5 hits.
Jeez, yeah. Okay, so you can see that what he's saying about the job that he was given is true. Like he's not lying about the job, that he was sent here to do a handoff. However, there is something else that he doesn't want you to know, and you can kind of feel like he doesn't want anyone to know this. Like, he doesn't want the guy in the other room to know this. He doesn't want the person who was doing the hand, like, he doesn't want his bosses to know about this. There's something else he's very scared of telling anyone.
I said, hey, look. I know this is a stressful situation. The more I know, the more I can help you. There's something you're not telling me, and it's okay. Look, if you want to take it with you to wherever the people who are holding you are going to take you, that's fine. But if there's just that little bit more that maybe I can, you know, pass on to the right person, quiet word in the right ear. Like, you know, I'm not saying I'd tell them your information. I'm saying I'd find a way to spin it in a direction that would help.
So, can you get me out
Because
of
that's
here?
what I do. I do PR. I can try. I mean, best case, yeah. Best case, you're on a plane to South America.
Do you want to pick a charisma skill that you want to roll at him? Because he's at the breaking point of falling one way or the other. What do you want to roll?
I want to make this negotiate,
Okay.
which is 10. Five hits.
Jeez. Okay. Don't send me to South America. While I was here, I was switching sides. I was gonna go talk with Satyr Corp and switch sides. And
Secret safe with me, pal.
look,
Look, what's your name, by the way?
Devin.
Devin? Devin, some people call me Janess. Because I make wishes come true, you know?
Look, I got.
So what's your wish?
What
do you want to
just? I have the stuff that I was bringing to Satyr Corp. I want to take at least a copy of that to Satyr Corp, and from there I'll be okay. I'll do whatever it takes to do that.
Okay. Good to know.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are we connected subvocally to Janess, or are we gonna have to wait till she's done?
I was actually done.
Okay.
At that point, with him going, okay, here's what I want. All right. I'm gonna do the best I can do to get you what you want, because that's me. That's what I do. Okay. But I have to go talk to some people now and do my job, right?
Okay.
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 Because talking's something I do well, yeah?
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's all good. And I sort of give him the reassuring, oh, it's all good. And I walk back slowly out of the room. And I walk up to Ali and I say, he's all yours.
All right.
He's trying to defect to State of
wait.
Yeah, Allie's not around just yet, but
Allie's
one of her
not around?
security people.
Okay.
It's like, okay, cool, we gotcha.
Sure.
Um,
Her deputy representative,
Yep.
etc.
So Valkyrie, you can chat with Janess about anything that y'all want to do, and then we're gonna go to a break as soon as you're done with that.
Okay.
I look at her like, I had a couple questions.
Oh, sorry. We can probably go back in.
Yeah, you got time. That's fine.
Before you send him off, I want to know if he knows about anyone who left as technology and has been able to make a name for themselves. Wonder if he might have been coincidentally close to those that we're looking for.
Okay. Good question.
Cool.
We might need to let him sweat for about 10.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna take a break real fast. We'll be back in just a little bit. And switch that there. All right. Yeah, we'll be back in a couple minutes. Right.
Okay. Today is a good day for somebody else to die.
Well, that's a really good line for everyone to hear because we're live.
Today is a good day for somebody else to die.
All right.
Well, that's a really good. I've got a terrible feedback loop. I'll fix it. I got it. I fixed it. I was listening
Yay.
to the stream music, and that messes things up once I had muted stuff. Okay. So we're back, and is Janeska just going to straight back into chatting with the guy? One last thing.
After about 10 minutes.
Okay.
He just needs that little bit of incubation time,
Yep.
if you like. So I wander back in and I say, so, what was the question again? Just quickly remind me. Because I now have food in front of me, so it's like, ooh, strange.
Yeah. I think it was a relationship of any knowledge that he might have had of the people.
that we're looking for. Any people he might have known that had left and made a name for themselves.
Okay. So, yeah, Janess will wander in and say, look, there's one other piece of information that might be really, really useful. You've got some AT background, yeah? You'd know a few people there. You'd have connections.
Might have heard. What do you need?
Well, look, I figured since, you were thinking about making a jump, and you might have actually heard of some other people from AT who have done that in the past and made a bit of a reputation for themselves. Maybe you have some contacts that you could reach out to. Maybe I could reach out to them for you to kind of help seal the deal here that you were trying to make.
No, I don't want them any. Well, so I don't know any of the ones that actually broke away. But
You don't? Okay.
But the other guy is faking it. They're
Gotcha.
him and his team.
Yeah. Real Aztec, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
I think their code name for the team was Black 4. Like
Black 4?
yeah, color and number.
Gotcha. All right. Well, look, that's helpful. I can feed that back to people, and I'm sure I've heard some promising stuff already from people about your deal. We're gonna do our best for you. Okay?
Okay, before Jenna comes back into the room, I pull my pistol out, open the revolver so that the cylinder is there. So, and as soon as she opens the door to come in, I just take it and I give it a good spin and then slap it into the gun so he hears the spin of the revolver.
Now that
What
all
are
the
you
interrogation
doing?
is done,
And
you
I just turn back to him, sigh. These are the people we work with, and close the door.
yeah, he's just internally just imploding. And they're gonna take him away to take him to a different interrogation room, and so all four of you are in the observation room, and the other man is brought in.
Okay.
He's sat down. He is not wearing the same clothing he was wearing before. He is now wearing what appears to be like some sweatpants and a t-shirt that they found because they've taken all of his gear away because they're scared that his like shirt could be a weapon of some kind. Like he's a dangerous
Could have a bomb in
person.
there.
So they've taken everything he had from him, and he's now wearing just some clothes they have.
Okay,
Yep.
they sit him down. I'm gonna look at Knuckles and go, I need you to, well, look like you.
Not a problem.
Then follow me.
I put a quick subvocal thing. Make your opening statement, Black 4.
Or at
Got
least
it.
about.
Okay.
Okay. I walk in. I sit down. And I look at him and just. I'm not gonna give you some runaround, promise you deals. You know how this works. You're fucked. I mean, you know.
And I'm just leaning against the wall. If Star sits directly across from him, I am sitting in such a way that I can actually see his feet under the table, so that I'm kind of looking at the short end of the table. So,
But I mean, but how well things from here go is entirely up to you. Now, see, my friend here would like nothing more than to break your phone. And honestly, I would prefer that you got to our friend without anybody. So, I need you to tell me everything you know about Back 4.
Okay, I'm gonna have him roll composure.
Because that's not what he was expecting.
Not particularly.
Why bullshit him? He's been trained for that.
Freaking rat.
if he hesitates in his response to Star, I quickly just reach into my jacket, grab one of my knives, throw it, and have it impale into the side of his foot.
So he's about to talk back, and he says, Miss, my ship is to the left. That was right near my submarine, though. Battleship, you get it?
Oh, I got it. Now, we both know that's not what we're talking about. You know the corporate type was going to talk. Do yourself a favor. What do you know?
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of things, but I don't know how interested you are in all these things. I know
What's your
random
team like?
trivia.
I know you're not here alone.
I'm on vacation.
Nobody comes here on vacation. I live here and I don't want to be here.
Well, that's a shame. I like it. I like the ocean, the open sky.
I pull the knife and throw it.
Well, you can't miss. It's point blank. He's not able to move. And he's what's the damage on those? And are you trying to like do less damage?
Yeah, I'm trying to throw it in such a way that it actually like goes through because with him having, does he have shoes on?
No.
Or is he barefooted?
He's barefoot.
Okay, yeah. I try to throw it in such a way so you got like the foot here, and you got the fat of it just under the bone to kind of go in at an angle to cut through it and not hit the bone, or try not to, and stab it into the ground so it's pinned him all the way through, but he feels it.
Okay, that's a bit of a skillful shot. Roll me an attack with that then.
I have 11 on knives, 7 hits.
So it's not
You cleave his foot off.
It's not just like you get the perfect shot. You're like, I know how to throw it so it like gently just grazes across the nerves there. Like just wham into the side of his foot, and he grits his teeth and slams his fists within the very small amount of range of motion he has with his hands on the table.
Say, I didn't think I had to mention that he's impulsive. I thought you knew that, but he is impulsive.
And since, do I get a sense that it caught that good?
Oh
on
yeah,
his foot?
yeah, that hurts for sure.
I reach over there and I just put my hands on the edge of the table and just kind of start just tapping it by swinging my foot, just barely touching the hilt of the knife as it's sitting there.
Reminds me of Boy Scouts.
Now, if you won't tell me about your team, perhaps you'll tell me about your hostage.
I don't do stuff like that. I'm a nice guy.
No, but nobody down here is a nice guy. Nobody comes here on vacation. You're trying, but I don't believe you.
I
It's in your best interest to talk to me. Come on.
I just don't see that. What's this? What are you gonna get me? I just. I'll. Uh, there's nothing you can offer me. I'm toast. I'll be lucky if they tie me to an anchor and chuck me over the side of the city.
You probably not wrong there. But I mean, the more you cooperate, probably live longer at least.
I don't know. What if we fuel my interests? My interest is that rat suffers as much as possible. So, how about I talk about him?
Well, if you want to talk about the rat, then talk about the rat.
All right. Well, he's the definition of a sellout. He got his
I mean, you are work for him, but yeah.
education in business. It's not even a real. Doesn't even do anything nowadays. He's just a guy, like he was educated to be a cog, fit into the machine perfectly, and he got that real cheap because his dad was a professor at the school, so he just slipped right in, eased through his job. I don't know if any of you would know about anything like that.
He sounds jealous.
I'm sure that none of you have an easy life like that, do you? I bet he just.
Hope
And-
that.
And you? You obviously, you sound like you haven't had it easy either. Jealous of his easy path, perhaps?
Yeah. I'm just mad that I'm not sure if he'll take longer to die than I will.
I have a feeling Simon's not going to take much pity on. He probably won't.
I expect that the hot water I'm sitting in is not going to get any cooler no matter what I do. But all I can do is just heat up his pot.
Why?
Why would you want to heat up his fat?
Cause
I mean,
it's his
According to
fault that
what
I'm
we know.
caught.
How?
how exactly would it be his fault?
Idiot got us made. Couldn't keep cool.
I mean,
And obviously,
maybe.
he's quite a chatterbox in your hands as well.
Why was he working with this rat?
So if you think somebody like him so incompetent had his way so easy, why would you even bother working with?
I found him on Craigslist. Guy was cheap.
I'm gonna sub vocal because I was gonna ask some questions that I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't have the information. With.
Okay.
I want to know about how the guy approached when he. How smooth was the handoff?
Who saw it? Was that
Valkyrie
It was-
and Knuckles both saw it, and you would say that the military guy, he did his job real smoothly. The suit was, so-so. He didn't totally fumble it. He didn't like drop the thing on the floor or anything, but
okay? So yeah, I'd say that our guy was really professional. It was the rat's fault for making it obvious.
well, because he couldn't stay cool when Janess started chatting with him, is why he messed up his part of the job.
Okay. So, you're a professional. You wouldn't have lost your cool just because somebody was chatting you up.
I don't know. Depends how pretty they are.
I bet Sarah looks real pretty.
I tap in on the subvoc. He's not going to bend to threats against himself, but he might bend to threats against his team. Especially if we make it clear that we've decrypted the data packet and we've rounded up the rest of the crew.
Or we're looking to.
Yeah. But I don't think anybody knows that I actually got what I got off because I haven't told
No,
anybody.
we
Okay.
don't know that you have.
We also don't know what the handoff was.
Janess does know that the info that was being passed from the rat to this guy was info. It had mission objectives and all kinds of other stuff on it, and so he knows that it was that he doesn't have it. All his stuff was taken, so he knows it's in the hands of whoever has him captured, Simon,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know the difference between you and Simon. He doesn't know that you're a separate organization. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So look, you've got to know that we already have your information. But if you cooperate, then we go easier on your team rather than, say, just blow up the whole building.
Could you get this thing out of my foot? It's maybe I can talk. I just can't think. Actually
I'll look at
losing a bit of blood
Monk
there.
and just. I'll look at Monk and just like nod at him to take it out.
I back up and I bend down and I grab it and I pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
The hard way or the easy way?
Straight out. I don't do try not to do any additional damage.
Okay.
But I'm sitting there, I've got like the point of it against my finger, just kind of spinning it. So if I get ready to throw it, it's just like right there in his hand and he sees it.
So what can you offer me then? And what do you want for what you're offering exactly?
Quality of life, not quantity of life, for him and his pals.
I can't offer you quantity of life, but I can offer you quality of life. Perhaps chance to say goodbye to loved
ones. What do you do when someone draws a gun on you? If you're both just standing in an open field all by yourselves, and a man's right there and he just tried to quick draw you like a gunslinger, what do you do?
Well, me, I'm no gunslinger myself.
What do you do?
You ask what they want.
Give him what he wants. So what do you want?
I don't know how to put this, but I'm trying to gauge you. Figure out how good you are. Because my team's pretty good. And they can probably get away just fine. I don't feel too worried about them. But if you are good, then I can solve your problems. But I don't think you are.
Solve them how?
What problems is it that you think that I have?
A team like ours has a code word for every scenario. Scenario 4, I got caught, leave me. Scenario 4, I got caught, come and get me. A word for objective is lost. Word for we've been made. Word for we've been burned. A word for the job is done. Give it up and run away. Because that's what you would want me to tell them, right? That they should just give it up and run away?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm offering you. But I don't think I need to. I'm pretty sure they can get away without you even seeing them.
I'm gonna subvocal Star and say, I know his type. What he isn't expecting is to be abandoned. We can tell, with or without his information, we will find his team, and with or without them, he will be abandoned by them. Without his help, we will still find them. And if he's going to be stuck here, he's going to be stuck here defenseless of being able to help them. And that's his call.
At this point in time, I'm going to walk into the room. And I'm going to not quite stage whisper, but not exactly talk loudly. Just say, we got another 2. And walk out.
See, the thing is in here you're cut off. We both know your corporation isn't going to come for you. Your Black Ops, a secret team, they're not going to come to try to save you. Your team, they can't get to you. And you can't help them. You're abandoned, all alone. Seek the piece of wood and save yourself from drowning.
Look, look, I knew what I signed up for. I knew what was going to happen to me. I knew that someday I wasn't gonna get back to the office all clean with another mission complete. I knew it. That was the plan. So the only thing I can do is make sure that my team makes it out better than me. So
Then make a deal for your team.
yeah. But like I said, I don't think they need it. I don't believe you.
I'm going to have a shot.
I think
Okay. I want to stand up and walk around the table and then put my hand on his shoulder and then just let my hand blade come out into his shoulder.
Yeah.
As that happens, I'm gonna walk over to Valkyrie and say, "Shove me against that wall as hard as you can."
Why?
Just do it.
Okay. I'm going to shove her because I'm really stressed right now. I want to get at this guy because I know exactly what he's into.
So you hear the thump.
Ah!
The lovers quarrel out there? What's going on?
Don't worry about them.
Look, I think that all these people dressed up in their black suits with their little bottle cap badges and their fancy man in a suit kingpin are all just little kids playing with big boy toys. I don't think any of you got a chance at catching my team.
For the record, I will have been using my voice modulator when I screamed
Yep.
to drop it down a register or so, make it sound more masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you standing at? Right behind?
I'm out the door.
Yeah, no, Star.
Oh, stop.
Oh, I'm behind him with my hand on his shoulder.
And you haven't retracted that? The blade?
No.
Okay. I look up at Star and make eye contact with her, and basically look at him and says, "He ain't saying nothing else."
I'm gonna subvocal Star and say, "Can I have a turn?"
The funny thing is I can't hear subvocals. I have just a regular common ear.
Well, you
so...
can hear it. You can hear it. You just can't say it. So the subvocal
Okay.
allows you to make a
see me
call
say it.
without speaking out loud, but you still can hear it.
Right. Okay. Because I have dealt with these type of people in my past, and there's only one solution to this whole situation.
Is he human? Or...
Yeah, he's human.
Okay, he's human. So I will nod at Knuckles to leave the room. And I will slowly leave the room. And then when I get outside, I'm going to just start speaking in Sperethiel before I close the door, like I'm having a conversation with somebody else. A conversation that he can't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this is... I'm going to have to stay in character here. Okay? So, as I'm walking out the door, I actually just pull my pistol, stick it up to the side of his head, and says, "He ain't saying nothing," and pull the trigger.
Wait. Simon owns him, though. They haven't had their talk yet.
Yeah, if you start pulling out your pistol, I'm going to stop you.
I will also.
I'm out in the corridor.
Yeah, you're out in the corridor.
I'm gonna do my best.
I guess we're going to have to do opposing rules because Knuckles has dealt too many with these people, and these guys that are trained this well, even Simon's not going to get anything out of them.
All right, why don't... you're going to go as fast as you're going to go. What's your initiative, Knuckles?
Where would I find that?
Over in other info, I believe? Over on the side in the common tab?
Initiative is 4.
Okay. So Star and Valkyrie both bolting over to help. Can you both please roll me reaction plus agility?
Ooh, okay.
And
Ooh, you're gonna have a bad time.
and Knuckles, please do the same.
So, roll.
I'm gonna spend my edge to re-roll his misses because I didn't hit anything.
What am I rolling again?
Reaction plus agility.
I'm also gonna re-roll my misses.
I rolled a crit glitch.
I got 9 hits.
Oh boy.
I had 7 agility, and what was the other one? Reaction?
Mm-hmm.
3, so I got 6 hits.
Okay. All right, so what is the end tally? Star gets what?
I think she had 3.
Crit glitch. Valkyrie
Yeah.
gets 9, and Knuckles gets 6.
Yes.
So Valkyrie leaps in and places, just quickly inserts her middle finger into the space behind the trigger on your gun. So you pull it and it just kind of squishes, just kind of up.
I've
Although
just got this image of this dainty elf with a finger inserted behind in front of the trigger of this huge gun held by a troll, and the visual is killing me.
It definitely hurts Valkyrie's hand just a smidge.
It just
please
feels the anger.
And because she is reacting in way, she's using her trigger finger.
Star. Is this failure going to be physical or social?
Are you gonna trip and die? Or
Well, basically, what are the consequences going to be? Because a physical thing's going to happen because you're trying to leap forward. A physical thing's going to happen, but are we going to focus on social or physical consequences?
Social.
Social.
It kills me to say it, but social.
So, Star, you leap forward and slip and like trip on your own feet. You fall forward saying some kind of silly sounding swear words as you fall forward and knock your head on the table and then roll off of it unconscious. And despite the fact there's a gun to his head, the interrogator, or the interrogatee, the prisoner, begins to laugh.
About this time, Janessa will walk in, slowly pick up Star, lift her up onto her shoulders, say, "Okay."
I've never regretted spending edge more.
Look, y'all can do whatever you're gonna do, man, but I know my friends are in safe hands.
That happened.
uh-huh. So I'm gonna glare at Knuckles and say, "You will leave right now."
Come on, big boy, come on. And he like bumps his head against the barrel of the gun. Come on.
Leave right now. I got this.
I ain't speaking. I ain't talking.
This is.
Come on.
It's.
Come on, big boy.
He is Simon's prisoner.
Come on.
If you shoot him, you're in hot water with Simon. Do you want to die right now?
No.
Then leave.
I pull the trigger back to get it off of her finger. Wait for her to extract her hand, and I lower the.
I'm putting a hand on.
No. The gun, as you pull, the barrel goes down some,
Okay.
and I lower the hammer back into the gun,
So that
so it can't be fired.
Yeah.
And I walk out the door.
Okay.
Can I get a hand here, big guy?
One of the security people are like, yeah, here. I think.
I'm talking to Knuckles.
Yeah, no, but the security people are like, I think you're done here. Door's over there. You can head out that way.
I stand in the doorway as they carry Star away. I'm watching Valkyrie to make sure nothing goes completely wrong in there.
The security. So everyone except Valkyrie is out, and the security walks up to Valkyrie. So.
I'm just gonna duck her head in there quickly and say, "Oh yeah, your little black four mates, all sorted." And walk out.
We gotta move this along. If you got any last remarks with this guy, make them now, because
That's it.
we're moving along.
Okay. See.
And he leaves and closes the door, leaving Valkyrie in there by herself with the guy.
Okay. I'm gonna take a deep breath and then stand on the opposite end of the table. Hi.
And he like looks over just to check if the table is bolted to the floor, which it is. He's like, oh well, too bad. Well, that was the best interrogation I've been in on both sides.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. That was quite a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as you've already stated, there's nothing that I can really say to get you to say anything, but I can tell you this. With or without your cooperation, I personally regardless of them, will find Black 4, and they will pay for what they're doing. You don't know, I don't know if you know me, but in my heyday, I am someone your team might have wanted to steer clear of.
Well, I mean, there's not much I can do from here anyway, so have at 'em.
No, there's really not. But there could have been. But
I think
you're
even as good as you might be, which I don't really buy, I
you
think
remember
that
the chandelier?
people tripping around you that much will get in the way enough. I think they'll be fine.
Oh, but you don't know me as much as I don't know you. You remember the chandelier?
Got one in my house.
You know the one I'm talking about. You remember the old humanist job that everyone was jumping on?
Look, it might be hot stuff here, but that's here. You're in New Atlantis, the little microcosm universe. The stuff that happens here is a big deal here, but I don't know even if I heard about it.
We never out of character, out of game. We never established her old team.
I don't know if they would go by a name. A lack of a name is probably, I mean, because Black 4 is basically no name at all. It's like, I imagine your team would have been similar of a name is more liability.
Okay. Then I'll reply with, well, we have a name. That's all we need. And too bad you won't live long enough to see what happens to your friends. And I'll leave.
Don't trip on your shoelaces.
Don't. Never mind.
And you're all out. Out in the sort of food court area of the stadium, so you get like kind of distant seating where you can see the racetracks, where you see large vehicles going around. Star is beginning to come to, seated at one of these places. So you're all just around a table in the food court area where you can talk, and Allie is busy now, but has just sent several emojis to Star that are just like, what?
I send back an angry face emoji and a picture of a gun and like an gun emoji.
Is there a faceplant emoji?
So, what do y'all talk about?
I'm separate from the group.
Oh, you're just going off separated?
I'm pacing separate from the group.
Are you within are you in the conversation pacing, or?
I can hear.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm within earshot, but I'm not part of the group.
Okay.
I don't say anything. I glare at Knuckles.
At this point, while we're having the conversation, around if there's any of the security guards watching us closely.
You can, like, they're not hiding. There's two of them off, like, a ways away. You don't think they can hear you, but they're off. They're watching. They're just.
Okay. I'm gonna try to stealthily pull that card out.
That's inside your skin, inside your jacket. That shouldn't be hard. You don't have to roll for
Okay.
that. That should be easy.
Okay. Well, I pull it out and I just, under the table, I reach over to where Star is sitting and either just lay it on her leg, or if she has like a pocket or something there, I just push it into a pocket.
What is it exactly?
It's a little bit
It's
card.
yeah, it's a card. It looks
Oh,
once you see
yeah.
it, it looks like it's some kind of data chip.
Okay. I just look at. I honestly, Dar doesn't know much about tech stuff.
Oh, that's right. I should have gone to Jenna.
Janess would be
Janess-
right
Janess.
there and be able to see it as well.
Yeah, I'll
For the record,
Put
I
it on
did
the
just
table.
roll a perception check to see if that
Yeah, you would
And I
you'd be
rolled
able to see it.
on my one die.
All right.
So-
Yeah, so you see it. The only person that doesn't is Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And once I hand it over, once I give it to them and they get it to whoever it needs to, I stand up and I walk over to Valkyrie fast. Just look down at her. Is your hand okay?
I'm not gonna talk to you.
Such an angry person.
I turn around and walk away. So
Are you leaving the palace?
no, I turn around and go back to the table.
Okay.
I have a look at this card, and I want to know if there is a specific interface that would be required to read it, and if not, whether it would be possible to get a disposable piece of hardware as a cutout that I could use to remotely control from a different host.
Yeah. Those two things. It is just a regular interface, basically USB, like whatever the standard is now.
Yep.
And the other one is this is a criminal, like, mall, basically. There's a place that sells disposable comlinks right over there. You can just go grab one. Let me check what their standard cost is.
The standard cost on those
Uh,
are
300 new yen for a fully functional one. So that's going to be a fully functional one you can use for anything, or you can get a really, really cheap one for 100 new yen.
Okay.
So
Make it the 100.
okay,
Actually, no. I'll meet you halfway. I'll go 200.
okay. So get a kind of middling one. All right. So
Yep.
mechanically, that one's going to have a 1 in all stats except hang on. Except it will have a 2 in signal.
Okay. All 1s and 2 in signal. Okay, so just to really quickly, where do I find that on the thing to buy? Is that under cyberware?
So it would, don't worry about it right now, but it would be in gear. You'd
Okay.
make a custom comlink that is just got 1s in all stats. So don't worry about it right now. We'll do that later if
Okay.
this thing survives this deal. we'll codify it.
Sure.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So I would like to have a crack at getting the data off this card.
All right. So you open it up and it fills the screen with just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 dial for typing in some kind of code, numerical code.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. But fairly sure I had a crypto module maybe somewhere. CryptoSense rating 4.
Well, the crypto sense I don't think would help you, but what you could do is if you have the program exploit, you could try and crack it, which I believe you should have, if I remember
No.
correctly.
Don't think so. I bought Iris. I bought Homewrecker.
No, but it would be. I thought in Homewrecker it had.
No, it's got registration, shredder, copy protection, area armor piercing, and the attack side of things.
Let me take a look. Right here. Open that. Give me
Sorry.
1 second. It's all good.
Right.
We'll go here. Gear. No, yeah. So if you, oh, sorry, no, it's under your Pocket Hacker. Program package.
okay.
You have exploit at rating 3. So what you'll do for that is you'll roll hacking, and then you'll add or you won't add exploit. Exploit is basically the effectiveness. It's essentially the weapon damage for your exploit.
Okay. Gotcha.
Are you gonna go into sin sense of any kind?
Cold sense.
Cold. So that's a +2 for going into cold.
So it's no bonus to hacking other than the +2, but that's still a 9. So
That's pretty good.
here goes nothing. 4 hits.
4 hits. You begin to break it apart and try and find the weak points. This is pretty competently put together. However, it's kind of run of the mill. So they've it's competently put together, but you feel like this is a process that they've perhaps cheapened the security so that they can just make more of these, because they use these things a lot. They're disposable little transportation things for information. So they make a lot of them. They want to be able to pump them out real fast. So it's going to roll its defense against that, and it fails to hold off. So you get access to the database that's within it. Each section is has an additional layer of security on each individual one, but you can now see the name of each section inside of it.
Okay.
Also, could you roll for me what would be your scan again, which would be electronic warfare.
Yep. A-War is 7.
And you get that +2. You keep that +2 from Cold Sense.
And 4 hits again.
Ooh, very nice. You would spot that each one of these locked ones has a system in it that if someone were to try and break into them and failed, the data inside would be destroyed. But just as it sits, you can see the different categories. You have mission update. You have crew pay data. And you have what was it? Policy update, basically, for their contracts. And what was the last one? Oh, yeah, and then the last one is updated codes. So those are the 4 things that remain inside of those are the different files that are in it. Each of them has its own layer of security, and if someone tried to breach those and failed, it would destroy the information inside. But you have that, and so you could take that to a professional to have them crack it, or you could sit on it and do it yourself over a long period of time. If you take a lot of time, you get to do an extended test and take your time, do it slowly, and crack it open.
Okay. I think I would probably want to try to do that. I look up from the kit that I've been using, and I walk over to Valkyrie, and I just put a gentle hand on her arm, and I say,
I shrug it off.
Very rude person.
We have something.
Okay. Meaning?
I've got through the first layer of security on the car. It is what they said it was.
What is it?
Mission data.
Okay.
Updates.
Do we know what their mission was? It might not even be the same one.
More importantly, mission code words.
Okay. Do we want to trade those with Allie?
I don't know. Did you want Allie to be the person who breaks up this whatever
Well,
it is?
we can't go back in there. But she's the one who makes the last call. And she probably would like an extra tool.
Sure.
I can send it.
Do we?
Can
Do we lose on any ability to, shall I say,
make a
earn
copy.
some income if we don't? This is all going to be copy protected to get out. It's going to take me a while to burn through the rest of the encryption. It's all got fail safes. It's all messy. I'm good,
Okay.
but I'm not that good.
So what are you
How
asking?
about? Well, I'm not actually asking. I'm more telling that we've got a tool in the toolkit for nailing these guys if that's what we're aiming to do. I mean, this is kind of
Yes.
your deal, and you know your handwritten letter and all.
Yeah.
So I'm
Just
deferring to you.
anything that will help would be nice.
Let me put it this way: if we have their mission code words, we can social engineer the hell out of those boys.
If that's what you want to do, but it doesn't help until we actually know them.
My experience suggests that sometimes people in that particular trade can be predictable to a degree.
So what are we doing?
Do we have the mission codes?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I'm going to have to burn through some crypto and
Yes.
Okay.
some
Where did you
safeties
get this
to
information?
Yeah, Valkyrie
It
was
got
out of the
handed
loop
off
on
to-
where it came from.
It came from a card that our little mate happened to have
Pointing at
extracted
Knuckles,
from
right?
our
Yeah.
pointing
Yeah.
at Knuckles,
I'd look at him. Where did you get it?
Oh, you're talking to me now, aren't you? But yes, I got it from the security guy that I stopped leaving the stairs down below.
So you stole it off of him while that was going down and decided to keep this a secret.
Yes, I
Do
did.
you think that maybe if we
To be
worked with
fair-
Allie, things would go well? No.
All right, so
I,
course
to be
not.
fair,
all right.
to be fair, and I'm sort of no. Come on, guys, chill. To be fair, he got a little distracted when we called in the cavalry.
Okay.
And then we were down in the pit
Okay.
with the other predators. And sometimes it's good to hold the tasty morsels for ourselves. I think he did right.
I don't have days. We don't have days to crack this thing. I think it's easier if we work with someone who actually has tech.
Okay, your call. Who do we go to? I'm new here,
Star,
fresh
do
off
you
the boat,
wanna
as it were.
do you wanna text Allie and let her know we might have something?
sorry. I want to do last reminder thing, and we're probably closing up very soon. Valkyrie, you have two people, I believe, in mind who could help you with this. Potentially three, actually.
All right. All I know is Blinky, and Blinky's gone.
Blinky's
right
not
now.
gone. Blinky's just not responding to calls for regular business. But you can still talk with Blinky if you need to.
I don't think it's a good idea to keep this around her because she's being watched right now.
Right. So that was one. So the option is hand it to Allie, hand it to Blinky, or try and talk to Alfred.
Oh. I thought he wasn't talking to us.
No, he likes you.
Especially me.
Okay.
Well, that makes somebody at least.
I'll think. Okay, then I'm guessing this is cued off my common sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Ali is still a
Alright,
valid choice. I'm not saying that that's a bad one. I'm just saying it's still a valid choice.
It's like, actually, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I'm really out of the loop. There is one other option that we can try. But how much favor do you want to be in with Ali Star?
I'm thinking I'm going to need to repair some of the working relations.
How much can you copy of everything? Jeunesse.
The professional estimate that Jeunesse would probably have gathered is that it would be probably dangerous to copy this thing. That potentially could activate the failsafes and delete the content.
We'd need to take it to a hacker, like a pro-grade hacker, to copy it, so that we could have a copy back. So that
Man,
while
where's
they can
Hammer
try to
Down
hack
when you
it,
need him?
it's kind of gets a little circular there.
Okay. I guess I'd let Ali know that not to just throw him out immediately. We might have something in the works, and I think we should take it to Alfred.
Okay.
See what he can do.
All right. I want to do the scene with Alfred, and then we're done for tonight because it's getting a little bit late.
Yeah, I need to get you on myself.
All right, so it's a quick little trip up to the common, Knuckles knows where. So you go out of the criminal underworld and physically move up into the more legal space. Entering into a fairly nice apartment complex with several very fancy suites. Take the elevator up to Alfred's room. Inside, there is a dwarf who is currently trying and failing to figure out how to play a piano. And
Knock on the door, I guess.
we're all well, yeah. Come on in.
So
I
we'll
walk
go in.
So the four of you walk into his room. Hey, Knuckles, and I never caught your names. Or at least I don't remember them.
I stand up high, looking at Star. This is our new friend Jeunesse and Valkyrie.
I remember the one that was shooting a lot.
That's her,
I hand him-
Valkyrie.
Ah, yes. Nice to meet you. Shakes your hands.
I hand him a card.
Thank you. All right.
Wishes are my business.
Okay. Kind of mine as well. Kind of
How about that?
yeah, same business. Well, so what can I help you with?
Yeah. Can we
Hand
get a
him the
copy
card.
of that? And, diffused and all the information.
So you got hard locked up data. You need it unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Aztec mil spec.
Okay. I can have someone do it for you. But you'll have
How
to
quickly?
owe me a favor. As we do.
Mhm.
So who of you would be taking
Well, you've got
the ticket?
I will.
my card.
All right. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a little, and again, it looks like those little, like, cheap raffle tickets you find, and it's bright yellow, and he hands it to Knuckles. Don't lose it.
I slide it in my pocket. I know the value of this, and I will wait for you to call me.
All right. The favor will be done. I'll send this thing back to you through secure delivery tomorrow morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you. I I look forward to calling you in to help me. Maybe handing you some of my red tickets.
Call me.
Yep. Have a good day.
Okay.
All right, cool. So that's everything. Y'all head back to the loft. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Cool. All right. Then that's the end of it. We're gonna sign off for tonight, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. And again, this is a drop-in, drop-out game, so whoever can arrive can play, and whoever doesn't have the time, that's all right. People will just be busy. And so I'm trying to build up as many players as possible, have a roster of somewhere like 8 players who are ready to switch in with and switch out with each other to fill the roster at any given time. So if you want to join the game, click the Discord link below and look for me, Shogun, in the Discord, and just message me, and I'll get that set up. Let's go around opposite of what we did before. So Gemma, who are you? What do you do on the internet and all that?
Okay, I'm Gemma. I run a little group called Antipodes Yarns, and I'm part of Welcome to the Party. On Welcome to the Party, I play in the magical Michi monsters. What's it called again? No Single Thing Abides, where I play another hackery type person. I also run Welcome to Codicet on Wednesday nights US time, and I do many things around D&D and gaming. I'm at Blue Jay Gliding or at Antipodes Yarns on Twitter.
Awesome.
And thank you for letting me join. This has been a great fun.
Yeah, you've been great.
Good.
It's wonderful
Glad
to
you
have
have fun.
more people on. I'm have a bunch of potential players that I'm trying to line up and get all secure. But I've been that way for the past like 6 months, and people end up getting busy and can't meet up, and so I've been really hurting for players. I really appreciate you coming on, and you've been very great.
Yes, it was very enjoyable.
Thank you. No, I've had a great time with everyone. It's been great.
Thank you.
You're...
Silver. Who are you? What do you do?
Hi. I'm Silverstorm. I play in this game, and that's all I really do in Welcome to the Party for now. I also have a comic that I draw on the side based in the Shadowrun universe, if you're interested in that, but that's really it.
I put a link down in the chat. Nerdy,
Okay.
what about you? Where can people find more of you on the internet?
Hi, yeah, I'm Nerdy Teddy Bear. You can find me on Twitter at Nerdy Teddy. And on Wednesdays, you can find me playing VTM for the Camarilla. Ignore the traitors that are among us. And then Thursdays you can find me here for Shadowrun New Atlantis, and as well for Pokemon. That with this, that is all I'm doing right now.
And Monk.
I try to get in here as much as I can. You can find me on Twitter at monk2774. Find me on the upcoming events for the multi-series vampire game that's being hosted between Welcome to the Party and Soul Bear. I will be playing in the Anarchs. So go Anarchs. And that will be starting up on January 8th.
Awesome. And all right, so that should be everybody. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Thank you for playing. And we're going to be rating the Thursday nights because that's the ones I could find. And Castle Mac is offline now. So
Okay.
thank you, everyone, for watching. See you all later. And have a great evening, morning, midday for everyone. Have a great one. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, all.